everybody, Mntdewmania here, and welcome back to Vox. It is Friday. You know what that means. It is rant day. We are winding down rapidly, I must say, on season 5. If you are keeping up with me, I sincerely hope you are. You know that we are on the letter V. I think I got a good one this time. Pretty sure I do. V is for values. Now, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, Handy Dandy Dictionary says the definition of values is its relative worth, merit, or importance. Okay, what do you consider worthy traits, worthy attributes? What do you give merit to? What do you hold to yourself as being important? Okay, not physical things, just people's actions and how they present themselves. And I will give you some of mine, and I hope in the comments below you will give me some of yours. One thing I really put value in is someone's commitment to telling the truth. I value honesty. I would go even so far to say as I value brutal honesty. I've said that before. I'll say it again somewhere along the road, I'm sure. I am a brutally honest person. I try very hard. I work on being tactful, but most times I fail. But on the other hand, I expect it back, and I value a person that can do that. It's hard to be brutally honest, especially when you're friends with people and you know all they want to hear are the good things. And, you want to tell them, well, yeah, you're right, and yeah, this is, but sometimes you can't. And a lot of people can be tactful and say stuff like that, and I can't. And that's a good thing and a bad thing in some situations. Another thing that I value is people keeping their word. It's hard to find people that are trustworthy. I mean, that takes a lot of work in a friendship. And it's easy to say, oh, yeah, you can trust me not to say this. You can trust me not to do that. And then you turn around 5 minutes later and they're doing it behind your back. So I really value a person that says the words, you can trust me, and I know I can. I don't have to doubt it. I don't have to double check or double think about my decision to trust them. I value hard work. A lot of people don't have that about them anymore. I mean, everything is it's so disposable. Jobs are disposable. Commitment to a company is disposable. It seems, oh, well, if I get fired from this job, there's 100 other ones. I don't have, even if I have this job, I don't really have to put any effort into it because everybody else is, so, but I value hard work. I value people that go to work in the morning and they come back, smelling to high heaven because they, put in a 12-hour day and just absolutely kicked ass. Or, I value people's commitment to whatever they're doing. I've got friends that are stay-at-home moms, and, I mean, that is a challenge within itself, But I do value somebody that works hard, More so probably when somebody works hard and they don't blow their own horn about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at me, I'm the hardest worker, I do value those people that just quietly do it behind the scenes and nobody ever knows, you know. And probably the only reward they get is when they pat themselves on the back and say, you know what, yeah, I did a good job. Nobody's ever going to know, but I did a good job, and I value that. Um, some people value the wrong things. They value status and money and where they are in I don't want to say society, but just how they rank themselves. That's what they value. They value what you have over who you are. Well, if you don't have a bank account with this many zeros after it, and you don't drive this kind of car and live in this neighborhood, and your kids don't go to this private school, well, you're just white trash. You know, it's, I think people sometimes, when you work hard for something and you bust your butt every day, you absolutely deserve a little bragging. When it was handed to you, and you didn't sweat over none of it and think you're somebody, no. I have no, that doesn't rank anywhere on my value system. I value people standing by a friendship. I am your friend. Whatever you need me for, if I can help you, I will. If you just need a shoulder, I will be there 24/7. Call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, crying your eyes out, and I will listen all night. If you need the clothes off my back, let me start unbuttoning. If you need me to, come and bail you out of jail, I value that commitment to being a friend. It's hard. Oh yeah, I'm your best friend. Well, when I got in trouble, where were you? You were the first one that didn't show up. And you say you value my friendship, and I'm supposed to value yours? No, you got to prove that to me. You want to be my friend? You better step up and prove it. Just like I have to prove it to you. So, I liked the quote by Roy Disney, who said, "When your values are clear to you, making decisions becomes easier." That's very true. Some people, I asked this question of, didn't even really know what their values were. They weren't, it's like, well, I don't know what I believe about that. I've never really thought about it. I've never had to think about it. I've never had to choose, what I put my values in. It never came up, So it's, once you have those values in place, and we learn most of our values from our parents, what they believed in, what they stood up for, what they taught us to believe in. And I'm not talking politics or religion or anything. I'm talking about core values. What do you put value in? So, and I think Vines Staples said it probably the best. Circumstances dictate your set of values and your set of morals. It really does. If you are, if you grow up in a certain area and you've always been safe in this area, and, your parents lived here and your grandparents lived here, and you've always been around, the same people and gone to the same school, and it's a small place and it's safe and secure, your set of values are going to be probably on a different scale. I don't want to say different, but maybe a different scale than somebody that has lived in a broken home, had one parent, and or been in the system, been adopted, been on their own. Circumstances that they shape who you are. So of course that shapes the values that you have. Something that Michelle Obama said that I really, really like. I have learned that as long as I hold fast to my beliefs and values and follow my own moral compass, then the only expectations I need to live up to are my own. Now, it's very, very easy for people to say, well, I value this, and I value this, and I value this, because you're repeating word for word what you were taught. And I mean, do you really value that, or are you just saying that because that's what somebody else said? You know? Well, I'm married to so and so, and he values so and so, so that's what I value. I'm married into this family, so I've got to, go with what they value. You know, it's hard to stay true to that compass sometimes. Life can kick you in the teeth every single time you turn around, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to go with it and do the very best you can. And sometimes that can wear on you, and you start to question your values. Why do I believe in this? I mean, why should I? Um, I work hard and it gets me nowhere. Why should I have such a high value on hard work? Everybody else cheats the system. Everybody else lies and gets this, and doesn't do anything, and they still get promotions. Why should I value this so much? It's very hard and frustrating sometimes to stick to your values. But I'm telling you, later on, you're going to wish you had. Sometimes it is hard. It's very hard to stay true to those values. But those are the things that center you and make you who you are. So don't let anything or anybody change those values about you. Okay? Elvis Presley said, this is very cute, values are like fingerprints. Nobody's are the same, but you leave them all over everything that you do. That is so true. If you have high values about work ethics and being honest, and you're at a job and somebody drops $100 bill and you pick it up and there's nobody around, and you're thinking to yourself, I could stick this in my pocket, it'd be $100 richer, nobody's going to know. And I'm not going to lie, 7 out of 10 people will do it. Nobody's going to know. Somebody dropped that money, nobody's around. It's laying right there. Nobody sees it. Nobody's, hey, I dropped my money. Anybody see money? It's there. So that's when you have to, you can say to yourself, well, nothing happens, like this without a reason, Or do you say, well, this isn't mine. I know it's not mine, and I'm going to feel guilty if I keep it. And I always try to be honest and do the right thing. And I value that about myself. So, I need to turn it into somebody. So, that moral compass, it can get hazy every now and then. I'll be honest with you. Depending on the circumstances, would I put that money in my pocket or not? I'll be totally honest with you. I am an honest person. If I say I said something, I'll say it. If I did something, and so, did you really? Yeah, I did. I did do that. I did say that. But when it comes to something like that, I'm just as vulnerable as the next person. And hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. If my kids are hungry, that $100 is going to buy food for my kids. If somebody steps up later, did anybody find $100 bill? Yeah, I did. I didn't know who it belonged to, and I spent it, but I will pay you back. That's what my conscience would tell me to do. But that, like I said, that moral compass, it can get lost quick, and we're all human, so it comes down to what kind of value you put on, what kind of value you have. That's it. Is it wrong? It all depends on how you look at it, But are we to judge somebody else for the choices they make? No, you're not in their shoes. You don't know, until you know a whole story. Don't say anything, isn't it? You're not there to judge anybody. What I would do and what you would do, and what Tom, Dick, and Harry over here would do is a lot of different views of a situation. So don't judge quickly on what other people decide to do. And I guess that's true. That does kind of lead us how we go, because nowadays it seems like people know the price of everything around them, but they don't know the value of anything. And the perfect example that I can give probably is I have a friend. Her son recently started driving, and he got a brand new car. And he didn't pay for that car. He didn't pay anything about that car. He didn't pay insurance for that car. He didn't pay gas money for that car. You know, and within a month he had wrecked it. And instead of, look, you wrecked it. I mean, what are you going to do now? Get a job, get it fixed. His grandparents bought him another one. He had no no thoughts about the value of the car or the value of what it meant to own it, take care of it, be responsible for it. The value. I mean, oh yeah, he could brag about, I got a $30,000 car. That's a number. That's a price tag. That is not the value of that car. See what I'm saying? Alright, I have rambled more than enough. Put in the comments below for me, what do you value and why? Alright guys, we are winding down. This is the letter V, and it's WXYZ after this, and Season 5 will be over. I am taking suggestions for Season 6, so if you have any A through Z, put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming back again and again to watch the videos. Even if you're just running me in the background somewhere, and I get the whole minute's watch. I appreciate that. I'm not going to lie to you. I really, really do. If you take time to share me or tweet me out, thank you so much. Hit me up on my Facebook page. There is I have a room over there. It's called the Billies. If you want to join and chat with me every now and then, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. I got all that stuff. All the links are in the description. And right now, guys, I am so out of here. Later.